Hello, this is a tutorial on an origami fish designed by Boice Wong. That's me. And this is a pretty simple fish. So we're going to use a piece of paper. It's better if you use two colored paper, but if it's only one side colored, just use the color side down and follow my lead. So the first thing we're going to want to do is fold our paper in half, and we want to do this vertically like so, both ways. Make sure your corners are aligned. Oops. And you're going to want to fold it in half diagonally as well. And this way. From here, we're going to want to fold a triangle base. And so we can leave one side diagonally folded. And we're going to use the creases from the horizontal halves that we made. And we're going to fold those in. And again, use the creases from the diagonal folds we did. And it will kind of make this triangle shape like this. And we're going to do that with this side as well. So I'm just going to use the creases we just made and the horizontal folds we just made and make it into a triangle. And there is your triangle base. I'm just going to even out the sides. Should look like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to unfold our triangle base. This is the colored side, and we're going to fold the two corners up to the middle, and these two corners will be opposite of each other. So here's one, and this will be the second one. Like this. And we're going to refold our triangle base with these two flaps. It is going to look a little bit different, but just trust the folds you just made, and it will look like this. Alright, what we're going to do now is we're going to do something that's called a squash fold with these flaps, and it is like so, where I'm just going to look at this middle line and line it up with the middle line that forms with these two folds. I like doing it this way, but if this way is a little too complicated, I'll show you on this side. What you can do is take the top half, and you're going to fold it into the middle line so that the edge lines up with the middle, like so, and the point lines up. And this is a pre-fold into the squash fold. You want to get a crease, open up the model, and you're going to use those lines just to squash it down, again using the middle crease in the middle line to line up, and squash it like this. Now we're going to do another form of a squash, and you can use pre-folds again. So I'm going to take the bottom half this time and fold it up to the middle. Make sure your corners are nice. There's the middle line. And do the same thing on the other side. Like so. I'm going to unfold it. And now I'm going to lift up this flap right here, like this. And I'm going to refold the bottom that we just made like this. And as you can see, when I lifted that flap up, it's starting to form upwards, and you're just going to press in with these little creases, and as you can see, they're starting to form a point like this, and you're going to want that point to be in the middle line. And you're just going to follow those folds and fold it yourself like so, just so that it can lay flat and you have a nice point. And you're going to do that on the other side as well. So again, I'm going to make folds like this up into the middle, and on this side too. These are pre-folds. And then I'm going to lift up this flap, fold the folds I just made, and make it go into a point that is in the middle of the model, and let it lie flat. Okay, now on one of these sides, one of them is going to be the bottom fin, and the other is going to be the top fin. And the side you choose to be the top fin, what you're going to want to do is kind of reinforce all your folds, and then you're going to unfold it up until just a little bit. Unfold this and unfold the squash fold up back until this portion. And what you're going to want to do is you're just going to take this flap. You want to keep your triangle base, but you're going to start to unfold the flap like this so it looks like the other sides of the triangle. After you do this, as you can see, there's a bunch of creases, and we're going to try to replicate that squash fold we did originally by just pushing down like this and following the creases. The creases should do everything. At these diagonals, we're going to fold in, and it will look like this. And again, following some of the creases we have here, I am just going to squash this fold, and this point is going to come to the point at the bottom, like so, and it will fold like this into a square base. From here you can still see some lines. We're going to use those lines, this horizontal line, I'm going to fold up on it like this, and then using the other crease marks we have, I'm just going to fold those towards the middle. They should help you out a lot. Just feel out where they are. Boom. And this is what we will use for the top fin. You can just let it lie flat, make the creases really nice. Voila. Now we're going to turn these corners into the tail fins. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to take it at opposite corner and fold it to the middle line, but we're only going to crease it a little bit at this edge, just a mark, like so. And we're going to do that on the other side as well. Fold it to the middle, but just leave a little crease. Now with those little creases, we're going to fold the corners to those little creases, like so, and get a really nice crease on this fold. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, like this. And unfold it. Now what we're going to do is something called a reverse fold. And as a hint, I'm going to let you know, see these flaps right here? These are going to come out real handy to us. So I'm going to kind of lift this up, and along the folds we just made, I am going to tuck it on the inside. What I mean by that, as you can see, I'm just pushing this corner onto the inside, and just following the folds we just made. And as you can see, the model is starting to not fit, which is why I'm going to use this corner that I picked up and let the model fall through like this. Now that might have been a little confusing, so I will show you how the model and the fold kind of goes in between some of these folds, like so. And I'll show you how to do it on this side. So we have the crease here. I'm going to pick up this corner, and I'm going to just fold along the crease that we have, and it's going to thread between this fold right here. And that's our tail. Now we're gonna start working on the fish shape. So this side, that's gonna be the bottom fin. Just gonna fold that down like so, and the rest of the flaps you're just gonna fold up like this. Should look like this. Now we're gonna make the eyes, and how we're gonna do that is we're gonna fold this top corner down around the middle. You really want it to match flush with whatever is on the opposite side. So I'm going to try to make this line up with this fold so it can cover it. Do that on the other side. Same fold, just right to the middle or around the middle. Like so. Now we're going to fix the shape here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this corner, this point as a reference point, and I am going to fold, see there's 2 layers, I'm going to fold both layers from this point, it's right here, up until about here. I want to leave some space right here because I don't want it to be an exact point. It'll look something like this. Make sure that's a good crease. And as you can see, the line kind of gets in the way, so I'm just going to fold the bottom corner up to the middle point, like so. Just make a really nice crease there. You'll see why we do this fold later. Unfold this. And we're going to reverse fold the folds we just made. So one flap at a time though. So I'm going to take this one flap, open up the model a bit. I'm going to fold it down like so. And as you can see, that point sticks out a little bit. So where we fold it again, I'm going to do another reverse fold. That's going to be in the opposite direction, and it will hide that crease. I'm going to do the same thing with this flap right here. I'm just going to find where it's at, reverse fold it, and I'm going to fold the second reverse fold in the opposite direction to hide the flap, like so. And you're going to do it on this side as well. Okay, the model should look like this now. Now we're going to do some work on the tail fins to make them look more fish-like. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get to that layer for the tail fin. This is the top tail fin. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this so it kind of matches flush with this fold right here. So like this. It's going to be kind of diagonal. And then what I want to do, I'm going to make another diagonal fold, kind of like this. But I'm going to check just to kind of see what it looks like on the fish, just to make it really fishtail like. So it's going to be on an angle like this. I'm just going to fold it like so. And it'll be like this. And you're going to do the same thing on the bottom fin. You're going to fold it up, make it flush with this point, and start to fold the tail. And you're going to, again, want to make it look kind of like a fish tail, so you're just going to angle a little bit, like so. And as you can see, it's kind of hard to fold like this, so I'm just going to make a couple folds here, up until the middle line, just like we did before. Looks like I'm going to have to do this twice, just to kind of hide the fin, like so. And I am actually going to reverse fold these to hide them. So I'm going to reverse fold here. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just prefer to do it because it looks nicer. and then the second reverse fold right here, just to hide it. And you're going to fold this flap back down. And now we're going to work on the fins, the smaller fins. We're going to do the bottom fin first. So this flap is going to become our bottom fin. Basically what I'm going to want to do is I'm bringing it kind of so it stands up in the middle. And this move might be kind of complicated, but imagine lines here and here. And I'm going to start bending the flap this way. I'm going to kind of just fold it sideways a little bit past this point so we can get an angle like this, and then just lie this flap back down and we'll fold it. It'll look like this when it's done. And as you can see, we can't really see that flap, but that's because we want to shape our fish. So I'm going to take this flap, just fold it up a little bit. Do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to fold these on the inside to hide them, like so. And do the same thing on the other side. Like so, and you should see the little fin start sticking out. That's what we want. Now we're going to do the top fin. We're going to do the same thing as what we did with the bottom fin, except since this paper is a lot longer, you're going to see it more. So start folding it this way, and then kind of bring it towards the back so it kind of angles. Easy way to know where to fold is I'm going to line this line with the rest of the lines right here so the diagonals match up. I'm just going to press down like so. And that is our top fin. Now we're almost done, and you may think, wow, that kind of looks weird, you know, this doesn't really look like a fish. So you would be right. What I'm going to want to do is this point right here is what's looking awkward. I'm just going to cover it with my thumb and just shimmy it along the model just to kind of see where it would look more like a fish if that portion was gone. So I'm going to pick right here. And what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to fold. I'm going to make a fold right here. That's where my thumb was. It's going to be straight like so. As you can see, the middle lines match up. You're going to want to make this fold really, really strong. Really, really strong. And you're going to want to do it on both sides. Like this, in the same spot. Just make the crease super, super strong. Super strong. And unfold it. And this next part is probably the hardest fold of this tutorial. And what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to grab a flap from the top. And I'm going to grab a flap from the bottom. And I'm just going to start to pull it open a little bit. I'm going to rotate along the model. Start to pull the model open. As you can see, the point is starting to open up. And when it does that, you're going to use your finger right here, and you're going to start to push it in addition to pulling the flaps like this. So it kind of flattens out like so, like this. And you're just going to want to make sure that along that crease you just made, it's going to fold in like so. So you make a line like this. And after you do that, you're going to collapse the model again by folding along all the folds as they were and pushing this point down. Like this. And once you close that up, you're just going to kind of want to assemble your fish again if it fell apart. Like this. And now this portion's gone. But we didn't cut it off. We just folded it because origami. And now what we're going to want to do is make some eyes. So on this flap right here, you're just going to fold a really small flap upwards, like so. And you're going to want to open the flap up two sides to it, like this. You can see them starting to open up. And then this 3D piece right here, just push it down with your finger, and that kind of simulates an eye, as you can see right here. And we're going to do that on the other side as well. So again, push the eye up, make it a little flat. Try to make it about the same as you did on the opposite side. And check it. It's about here. Hold it, and then you're going to want to open up this flap. Like so. One side will be down, one side will be up. And the 3D piece, just push down with your thumb. And there's your eye. And that is all for your fish. It is now complete. If you don't like how it turned out, you can always shape it a little bit more with the body. Just add some more folds. But this is where we are at. Fish. Thank you for watching. And that's it.